Welcome 7th and 8th graders to lesson 3 of your light unit 702. So that's a lot going on there. I'm on page 9 and we're looking at the objective case pronouns. We're looking at this page right here just to make sure you're in the right light unit. We're going to be talking about objective case pronouns, and remember, pronouns replace our nouns. And so here I've got a sentence and I want to replace some words. It says Johnny passed the basketball to Ty. Now we've already know that this is my subject. Ty passed Fiona to Mac. I'll explain that in a second. That's my subject. Mac passed Daniel to Tucker. Mac is my subject. So I don't want to worry about my subject right now, even though I can replace these words, and I will in a moment. I want to focus in on some of my other nouns here. Johnny passed what to who? So whenever I have a what question, I have basketball as my direct object. To whom was that basketball passed? Ty. So Ty becomes my indirect object because it answers a question to whom. So Johnny passed the basketball to Ty. Now let's say I wanted to replace the word basketball. What pronoun can I replace it with? Instead of saying basketball, 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 I could say it. Johnny passed it to Ty. Now let's say I wanted to replace the word Ty. I have to replace it, and it's not in my subject. And so I know if I were to place my subject, it would be he. But would that be right? Johnny passed it to he? No. Him. Him is not in my subject. It is an object. It's an objective case pronoun. See, indirect object. These O stands for object, and that's all the objective case stands for. So if that is a little confusing, we are just going to practice a little bit more. I'm going to make my story a little crazy now. I'm going to pretend that Avery invented a shrink ray gun, and she decided to, started going crazy, and suddenly all the children were shrunk in the classroom, and except for some people. And so the children that were shrunk, the kids decided we're not going to play with the basketball anymore. We're going to play by throwing around our classmates. So in the next sentence I have Ty passed Fiona to Mac. Ty passed who or what? Here's my direct object. To whom? Mac. Here's my indirect object. Let's go ahead and replace it with pronouns now. Ty passed Fiona. We could replace that with a her to Mac. To her. Ty passed her to her. Mac passed Daniel to Tucker. Mac passed what or who? Daniel. He's my direct object. To whom did he pass Daniel? Or did she pass? Tucker. Tucker is my indirect object. So here I have, if I wanted to replace him with pronouns, Mac passed him to Tucker. Mac passed Daniel to him. So I have Mac passed him to him. So if that's a little confusing, you have a nice chart to make it understandable. Here you have your objective case pronouns. So this cannot be in the subject. You don't say me went to the store, but you can say come to the store with me. So here it is. Me, us, you, him, her, it, or them. This cannot be in the subject, but it can be in the predicate as an objective case pronoun, as a direct object, an indirect object, or as the object of the preposition. Come to the store with me. Come to the store with us. Come to the store. I went to the store with you. Come to the store with her. Come to the store with them. So that is why that is used there. Okay, Let's take a look and see if we understand what we're talking about. It says underline the objective case pronoun in each sentence. On the line, write S for singular or P for plural. Circle first person, second person, or third person. Number 1 says, Mike's bike needs repair, so he took it to Bill's bike service. You might be tempted to underline he. He is a subject pronoun. He is a subject pronoun. Go ahead and check. Is he mentioned over here in your chart? No siree, Bob, but him is, so he is not your objective case pronoun. Take a look again. Any other pronouns? Anything on the list? It. It is what you underline. Where is it? Is it under the first person, second person, or third person? If you said third person, you are correct. And is it singular or plural? It. It. One thing, so it's singular, S. Number 2, since your mother is sick, I brought you some supper, Sue told the Byler girls. I need a pronoun, but not just any pronoun. It has to be in the objective case, what you'd find over here. You might have been tempted to underline I, but I is a subject. I went to the store, so that can't work. You, I brought you. You is located in your objective case pronoun. And under what person? The second person. And does you, is that all of you guys? You all? Or just singular? Singular. Very good. Oh, I made a mistake. I had to read that more carefully. Number 2, it says Sue told the Byler girls. See how I almost didn't read that carefully enough? She's talking to a whole group of girls, but she's saying you, but she's using that you like a plural. So that's actually a P for plural. I almost missed that one. Number 3, Gerald rises with us to church every Sunday morning. Please locate the pronoun. Us. Very good. Us. Where is us on the chart? Very good. Under first person and plural. And number 4, Rita lifted Dean and put her in the swing. Did you locate it? Her. Her. What case is it under? Third person. Her. Third person, singular. Her replaces one girl. So that's what you have there. Number 5 through 8 gets a little bit trickier because you're underlining the objective case pronoun and write whether it's being used as a direct object, a DO, an indirect object, IO, or the object of the preposition. So number 5, Elizabeth scowled at me from across the room. At me. At me. Starts with at, ends with me. Starts with a preposition, ends with me. Me is the object of the preposition. So for number 5, you write in OP, object of the preposition. Number 6, Johnson grabbed a stick and carried it to Thomas. Carried what to Thomas? Carried it to Thomas. When I have something that answers a what question, I have a direct object, D-O. D-O, a direct object. Number 7, Mom asked, did Grandpa give you his pocket watch? Did Grandpa give the pocket watch to whom? The pocket watch is the direct object, but to whom was it given? You have an IO, an indirect object, because it answers the question, to whom was it given? You is an IO. Number 8, Mary told us the story about the adventures she had on the airplane. Mary told who the story? Mary told us the story. So Mary told what? Story. Story is the direct object. To whom did she tell that story to? Us. Us is an indirect object. It's an IO. Finally, we have diagramming. I'm looking all the way at page 11, number 20. What or who is this sentence about? Blankets is the subject noun of your sentence. What do they do? Where's the verb? Blankets line. There's your verb. So I'm going to go ahead and start right here. Blankets lined. What did they line? I'm asking and looking for a direct object since I have an action verb. What did they line? They line the walls. Is there anything that modifies blankets? Hand woven. Here I've got my adjective because it modifies my noun. Lined the walls. Anything that modifies my direct object? The walls. Here's my adjective article. Of the booth. That modifies walls, doesn't it? So here I have to put of, booth, the. I hope that's helpful. Good luck with everything else.